Hello, it's College Guyana. I'm starting to think, like, should I write a script out before I do these videos? But I put my twist in a bun. Oh my god, I got fur on my lips, crazy cat lady. But I'm gonna have to delete some of this footage. Sphinx. Yeah. But sorry. This video is like, today I was discussing with someone. Lately I've been discussing with people how far I've come in my college career. And there were times, and I'm sure you're gonna go through times where it's like you swear you should just drop out. Like, that's like the fact of life. Like, I can't imagine anyone who just goes through school like da 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 da. I love school, yeah. Cause literally, don't feel bad, because like I kind of feel like a super senior. Cause like I was saying, I got put on at financial suspension because the amount of credits obtained was below the amount I should have. So I attempted 78 credits and got 48 instead of 49. Clearly, I started March 2015 and I'm graduating June 2018. So that's 3 years. March, April, May, June. 3 years and 3 months. But I'm not ashamed of it. Like, you know, it's hard being, I guess this video is going to be about a whole bunch of things, but I'm looking at the time. I'm going to talk extremely quickly. It's hard, like, being a first generation college student, because most of my family, they, on the mom's side, they did more like down south, rearing children, marital things. They knew how to do hair, they knew how to cook. And then when my grandmother came from North Carolina to New York, she climbed the career ladder for several years. I mean, I want to say like 20 years. And then as a result, she ended up with physical impairments because of how strange she was working from that entry level into, finally it took 10 and more years for her to reach higher levels. So I decided to do it differently. Then I had my father's side from the Caribbean. They did a lot of I want to say like entrepreneurship, you know, like they did like construction, that was their own company. Jewelry was their own jeweler company. And then they did like catering, that's their own actual, they own that whole catering company. And they had like tailors and women who sew garments together. I forgot what that's called, but I just, you know, wanted to do it a little bit differently, being in the United States and everything. And it's been hard for me because I'm non-traditional, so I've had to maintain my apartment, which clearly means having some source of income. So it was strenuous trying to work 2 jobs and trying to get a trade as a security officer, because clearly that compared to cashier, when you have the trade, you're more desirable to employers, so then you end up generating more income. So throughout my life I had like undesirable rooming situations. And finally I'm proud of myself because I'm able to have my own apartment despite the circumstance or people trying to bash me. This is what I can afford in this day and age in New York, with gentrification and inflation and privatization of nature and all this craziness is going on. I'm proud of myself because due to all those things, people are reluctant to now move out of their parents' home out of being scared that they won't be secure financially, which I can understand. So I commend myself for taking that step. And I was paying for my room out of my pocket. But I'm getting on topic. Basically, what this is about is that you're not alone. Because literally, I feel like a super senior. You know those people in high school where you consider super senior? I really was a super senior. I graduated 2 years after my date. And now here I am. Actually, the fact is that the average time you graduate with your associates is 3 years or more. I'm finally going to be reaching that 3-year mark in March. But the thing is, since I'm an overachiever and I wanted straight A's and all these things. My GPA is 3.7. So I wasn't content with just passing. I was content with exceeding that. So it caused me to be preoccupied with this GPA so that I can transfer into other schools that require high GPAs and all these things, like Ivy Leagues, private, and all those things, because I felt like I didn't do good enough in high school. So I'm like, let me go to community college so that I can let's forget the high school grades and let's focus on these associates college grades. Let them see me for that. So I made sure to excel, but it was extremely hard trying to keep that up and then trying to work at the same time. So I guess this is kind of like a warning. Don't bite off more than you can chew, because I was so confident at first. I'm like, no, in order to graduate in 2 years, I put this time frame on everything. I'm like, must graduate in 2 years. Associates equals 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. So at my school, they say to graduate in 2 years, you need to take no semesters off for 4 semesters or something. So that means you have to be taking like 15 credits every semester. So you're doing the 12 credits, because it's 3 times 4. So you're doing 12 credits, and then guess what? That's what? Like, say that's September. So that's September through December, you're doing 4 classes. And then you don't just stop there. You go and you strain yourself basically by taking January and February, that's winter, which is optional. So you end up taking 1 or 2 classes then. So you're doing 15 or 17 credits or 18 credits. And then you also go right back in the spring, and then go right back in the summer, and then go right back. I guess for some that's what they want to do, but I feel like kind of that could be with the support of your parents. Like you're within close proximity to the school, or maybe you have a car, or maybe they're the ones paying the bills, or you don't have to focus on other responsibilities. So at first I was all bashing myself because I had like some little feedback like like, you're not even graduating in 2 years. You're not graduating in 2 years. It's like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And I'm like, well, look at my grades. I had a reason. I still managed to strive and get A's and all these things, all while living freaking 3 hours away from school. The commute there and back was like 6 hours when I lived in the Bronx. And I keep getting off topic. Don't laugh. This is about, do not strain yourself. Like, I know, like, maybe some freshmen or people considering going to college are looking at this, and I used to think, I'm never gonna graduate, so let me just not go into school, period. Sorry about the noise. There's kids playing outside at night for some reason, but and it's so busy over here, there's so many cars going by. But basically, I literally used to think, how am I gonna get from point A to like point B? Oh my gosh, why is it so loud? I should have closed the window. But I was like, I can't. How am I gonna get from freshman into graduating with degrees? And I'm finally reaching that point where it's getting closer and reality's like setting in. And I'm like, wait a second, I did this. I beat the odds. And I'm telling you, like, once you go from that self-doubt, like that freshman that's just everything is new to her or him or whatever, and then when you finally start reaching the milestones, you're like, I can't believe I did this. I did do it. It's basically doable. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm about to end this video. So I'm living proof that it's not too late. If you had bad grades in high school, you could go to community college and then get them up and then transfer out, which was my intention. So I believe in you. Ayana, College Guyana believes in you. Freshmen or people that's on financial suspension or academic probation and they want to do a do-over and all these things, it's definitely possible. You could take semesters off and go back. I always live by, you do not fail until you quit. And like literally, I want you to see this. Wait, let me cover my number. Okay, so, oh my gosh, really? It's backwards. Because it's a camera, duh. Oh my gosh, really? This, I should just erase this. It says, oh my god, whatever. On my business card, it says, you do not fail until you quit. And I was thinking of getting it tattooed because that's literally what I thought the whole time I was trying to get through my last year in my non-traditional transfer high school. I thought that the entire time. It's like motivational for me. It might sound cheesy, but I just was like, there's no way you could fail if you just persist. And even if you fall off, you go back. There's always another chance. There's always another chance. I was like that wayward teenager, that juvenile delinquent that everyone thought had emotional issues, and I was rowdy, and I was like, I'm gonna confess this, I was like smoking blunts, joints, whatever you want to call them, and drinking, and I was like, hey, you ready to party, because I was trying to get away from feeling like a failure, and I was trying to like get from being an introvert. This should be another video. I'm gonna do another video. I was trying to get away from being an introvert and try to be with the popular crowd and be boisterous and rowdy, and I could hang and I could get this, and it just was fraudulent. That gave me courage, the booze and smoking and all these things. I didn't even want to do that, but I believe in you, because you can go from being looked at as a failure and a bad influence, and then your true potential will come out. And you know, those ways will just be destroyed at the same time, and you'll flourish. So it's College Guyana. I'm about to do another video because I'm just really chatty and my battery is charged, and I like the way this camera looks. So, ciao. So loud over here.